But they don't even need it to take down Voltic to start eviscerating Black Hand. That's Black Hand taken out. That's one match point team that will be finding the win today. And later Premier are out, but RCO are cornered. Holiday takes
one
to the
down,
side,
just
cannot
sleeping.
survive. Panda's out. We're going to another game as contested and in fight it out.
What's up, everybody? Yeso here, and we're going back and looking back to all of the action over the Nerd Street Summer Champs Grand Finals this last weekend. It was an incredible weekend of games, and it all started Saturday with day one. We kicked off the action on World's Edge, and Black Hand were absolutely dominant. They won all 3 games on the first half of day one and could not be beat. Even Atlanta Premiere, who was even fragging better than Black Hand, couldn't take them out on that map. A lot of second place finishes from AP, and they kept things rolling into the second half. We then headed over to Storm Point, where AP was finally able to get over the hump and grab a win in Game 4.
Make it 2 as Yazix goes down, and Atlanta Premier rip this game out of the clutches of Black Hand.
That jumped them all the way into first place in our overall standings. The Black Hand and AP weren't quite able to get things going in the final 2 games of the day. We got 2 new winners to close out the Storm Point half. In Game 5, it was contested, coming out with one of their most impressive games of the entire event. That definitely changed the dynamic as we look to end the day. Game 6, it was Nightmare's turn. One of the teams that the casters were certainly keeping their eyes on coming into this event. Despite having a sub with Borton coming in to fill their 3rd slot, they looked really good to close out the day and had a strong finish with the win in Game 6 on Storm Point, and it set themselves up for a strong start to day 2.
Antimatter out as well. They're a full 3 roster force. This is just all said and done here as Nightmare are your champions of Game 6.
Thanks, Yeso, for the day 1 recap. My name is Ardy, and for day 2, we had some more incredible performances. Starting off once again on that World's Edge map, we had an incredible fight where Black Hand came through again, continuing their win from the first day, trying to make sure that they had a stake in the Grand Finals. Then Game 2 on World's Edge, we had RCO fighting for their life to make sure that they could make it up to the match point threshold. They were able to clutch all the way up to the very end and make sure they took the win, getting just enough points to put them over that threshold and give them a chance at victory. Then we switched on over to Storm Point, where things really got interesting. Anyone could have taken that victory there, but all the way at the very end, it was Team Int snuffing out the dub from the likes of Atlanta Premier, Black Hand, and RCO, who were the only ones that could have finished out that entire game. Game 4. At the very end, it was Team Int trying to come through and make a name for themselves again, but unfortunately, when it came down to the wire, the final fight between Atlanta Premier and Team Int really did make everyone's heads turn, because we didn't know what would happen if Atlanta Premier would actually take the win or not. Team Int did what they could, and Atlanta Premier ended up on top.
Let's go! Good.
Taking the dub in the final day of the Nerd Street Champs, bringing home the grand victory to Atlanta.
Shout out to Nerd Street for hosting all these events and hosting LAN. This is my first LAN since 2019 Poland, so it was awesome to be able to play here. Shout out Atlanta Premier, shout out Hacks, shout out my team. That's about it. AP on top, baby.